Imagine you putting yourself first before your spouse, your children, and your job. Imagine you taking control of your future. How does that make you feel? I'm sure that it makes you feel guilty. It might even make you feel anxious. It might even make you feel selfish. You're probably telling yourself that if I put myself first, everything will fall apart. If I put myself first, I will be failing those that depend on me. Now open that trash can and throw those thoughts away. Now replace that trash can by telling yourself that putting myself first will have a positive impact on me, my family, and my colleagues. As a woman, it is the hardest thing for us to put ourselves first. It is our instinct and our nature to nurture, to take care of, and make sure everything is fine. In 2010, I became very ill. I was in so much pain through my whole body. I knew something was wrong. I could not get a doctor to listen to me. Everyone kept telling me, it's in your head. There's nothing wrong with you. They wanted to put me on depression medicine. But I knew something was wrong. I knew something was not right. I knew I wasn't depressed. I finally found a doctor who listened to me. I finally found a doctor who truly listened to me. And I found out that I had fibromyalgia. Now, fibromyalgia it's constant pain. It's like having the flu 24/7. So at this point, now that I have a diagnosis, I have to figure out, okay, what is the impact this is going to have? How am I going to be able to work? How can I take care of my family? How can I take care of my home? All those things that we think of. How in the world am I going to be able to do this? I mean, at first, can you believe it? I thought about everything else. I don't want to be on painkillers. I don't want to, have this impede my entire life. But I was thinking of everything before I was thinking of myself. I was thinking about everyone else and the impact it was going to have on them. But I wasn't looking at the impact that it was going to have on me or what I was going to do to fix it. Now I had a serious decision to make. I could be another statistic in a medical book, or I could just still work. I could still take care of my family. I could still have friends. So I put myself first. I decided, what am I going to have to do in order for this to have as little impact on me so that I could still work. I could still take care of my family. I could still have a life. What do I need to do to understand this illness? What do I need to do so that a flare-up doesn't happen? Because a flare-up is what's going to cause me to not be able to work, not be able to function at home. So by me telling myself, what is it that I have to do for me in order for this to happen? So I took the time for me. I put myself first. And guess what? Absolutely nothing fell apart. My family was still there. My house was still getting cleaned. I was still eating. I was still going to work every day. I was working a full-time job. But nothing fell apart. So everything that my instinct and my nurturing had been telling me, that, look, you have to put everyone else first and put yourself last, because that's the only way that life will go on. Well, guess what? I put myself first, and nothing fell apart. As a matter of fact, everything was more positive. I felt better. Relationships were better. My work was better. I was getting more done. I was happy. I was bright. So, you don't realize how much pressure that you put on yourself by making yourself not the priority. You actually are hurting yourself by not making yourself the priority. The positive impact that this has had, on me and everyone around me, it is so worth putting yourself first for that. You have that power. You have the power to choose. You have the power to decide for you to be first. You are the only one that can do that. Even with a chronic illness, you can put yourself first, because you have to put yourself before that disease. You have to make yourself the priority, not the illness. As a woman, you can do this. As a human being, you can do this. There is nothing wrong with taking the time to say, what is best for me? Because it's a simple thing. If you fix your eating, if you fix your health, the impact it's going to have on the rest of your family is positive. Because you're taking care of yourself, you're going to feel better. By you feeling better, you're going to be able to go on that date night. You're going to be able to enjoy that dinner. You're going to be able to go to a football game, a movie, or whatever. Because you've taken the time to figure out, okay, what's causing this flare up? Why don't I feel good? What is it that I need to change? What do I need to fix? Those type of things are the things that you need to think of. And the minute that you do that, guess what? Everything else falls into place. There is no negative outcome. It is all a positive outcome. Because when you are feeling better and you are putting yourself out there and you're taking care of yourself and putting yourself first, automatically everything else falls into place. Because you are making that decision. So don't feel bad and don't feel guilty. It is an easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to fix. It takes time. And it's not in our nature. And when you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to put myself first, you immediately are like, oh my gosh. But once you do it and then you see the positive outcome, you will not regret putting yourself first. So just take the time and stop and think, what can I do to change? What can I do for me? It's all about you so that you can live happier, healthier, and more fulfilled.